Hello dear students, I hope you all are fine and safe at your home. Dear students, today we are going to proceed with your chapter of science, nutrition in plants. And as you know, nutrition is the process of obtaining food, and there are two modes of nutrition in plants. First one is autotrophic mode of nutrition, second is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. And modes of nutrition in plants, that is the first one, autotrophic mode of nutrition. As you know, the examples are green plants, root green algae, and in this green plants, the process of photosynthesis takes place. In this, as you know, plants prepare their food with the help of sunlight, carbon dioxide. So they carry on the process of photosynthesis to prepare their food. Fine. Next is heterotrophic mode of nutrition. That is what we are going to discuss today. And heterotrophic mode of nutrition, in this the organisms or the plants which cannot produce their own food, and so these are dependent upon others like green plants or other organisms for their food. So these are parasitic, saprophytic, symbiotic and insectivorous plants. Okay, and one by one now we are going to study about these plants. Heterotrophic plants, examples are given here. You can see from pictures also. Parasitic plant, this is a Chinkita plant, example of parasitic plant. Saprophytic plants, you can see here. Insectivorous plants, this is a picture of picture plant, and this is symbiotic plant example. Heterotrophs. Now what are heterotrophs? We are going to study here about the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Now what are heterotrophs? Heterotrophs are the organisms that are dependent upon others for their food. They can't prepare their own food, you know. So dear students, this is the modes of nutrition in plants we are going to study here. Now about the heterotrophic mode of nutrition, and this is the example parasitic nutrition. What is parasitic nutrition now? Organisms obtain their nutrients from other organisms. This is example Chinkita, that is also known as amar bale, as you know. And here this Chinkita is over this plant and takes the nutrition from this plant, and this plant which will provide the nutrition to this Chinkita or the amar bale will be the host, and Chinkita or amar bale will be the parasite that will take its nutrition from the other plant. And same is the example here also. Rafflesia flower is given here. This is again another example for parasitic nutrition. Okay, now here the next mode is saprophytic nutrition. Saprophytic nutrition में क्या है? Organisms obtain nutrients from dead and decaying organisms. Now here organisms which have saprophytic nutrition are examples are mushroom. These obtain their nutrition from dead and decaying organisms. Here another examples are given. Bread mold is there, mucor is there, you can see here. Next examples, here fungi is given, leather bag. These all are the examples of saprophytes. Now what are saprophytes? Saprophytes are the organisms which have saprophytic. Heterotrophic mode of nutrition, saprophytic nutrition we are studying now. Organisms obtain nutrients from dead and decaying organisms or substance. Now what are saprophytes? Organisms which have saprophytic nutrition, means which obtain their nutrition from dead and decaying organisms. Fine. Here is the example about mushroom. Mushroom is the example for saprophytes or saprophytic nutrition. These obtain their food from the dead and decaying plants. You can see here. They absorb the nutrients from here. Another example you can see here, fungi, leather bag. These both are the another example for saprophytic nutrition. Now here symbiotic nutrition. Symbiotic nutrition, what is that? Organisms which live together, they share shelter and food are the symbiotic nutrition. Now here you can see a tree is sharing the symbiotic relationship. So that is an example. Now organisms which live together, they share food, shelter, they are come under the category of symbiotic nutrition. Okay. Here Rhizobium bacteria, you might have heard the name Rhizobium bacteria. These are present here in the soil, and what does this Rhizobium bacteria do? These provide the nitrogen to the plants, and you can see here is a green plant, leguminous plant. Now what are leguminous plants? here are some examples given: peas, moong, beans. These are all the examples of leguminous plants. Fine. Now plants need nitrogen for their nutrition. Fine. Now from where do this nitrogen come? Plants can't directly intake the nitrogen present in the atmosphere. So these Rhizobium bacteria convert the atmospheric nitrogen in such a form that can easily be utilized by the plants. Fine. So these Rhizobium bacteria provide the nitrogen to the green plants, and in turn, what does these plants provide to the Rhizobium bacteria? Green plants provide shelter and food to the Rhizobium bacteria. So this is how they go. They have the symbiotic relation, give and take. Fine. Next one, this is again this example is explained here. You can see Rhizobium bacteria is taking food from the green plant and providing nitrogen to the plant. You can see here, it is mentioned. Fine. Now next is again another example, lichen. Lichen is the example. Now what is lichen? It is a combination of algae and fungi. Fine. So here algae offer food prepared by photosynthesis to the fungi. Now in turn, what does fungi provide to the algae? Fungi provides shelter, water and other nutrients to the algae, and algae provides the food prepared to the fungi. So this is again a symbiotic relation between algae and fungi. Next is insectivorous nutrition. Now what is insectivorous nutrition and what are insectivorous plants? Let me explain you. Insectivorous plants are the plants that obtain their nutrition by trapping the insect and digesting them to fulfill their nutrition. Fine. So here insect eating plants are given. Examples: Venus flytrap is there, picture plant is there. So what does this Venus flytrap do? Whenever any insect comes here near this, Venus flytrap, what does this do? This will attract this insect by its luring smell, and when it will come here, this Venus flytrap will trap this insect and will digest it for obtaining its nutrition. Fine. Next, another example is picture plant. As I told you, this is an insect coming near to this picture plant. This is a picture plant you can see here, and this is an insect. This insect will be lured by the smell of this picture plant, and when it will come near this picture plant, what will happen? It will sit here near the lid of this picture plant, and this is the lid of the picture plant. This will get closed when the insect will sit here. Fine. So these are the leaves you can see here. So here hairs are present here, picture plant, and digestive enzymes are present inside. These are the leaves. Now when the insect comes here near this portion in the picture plant, this lid will get closed. Let me show you. So here this lid will get closed, and this insect will be digested here with the help of digestive enzymes present inside the picture plant. Fine. So why do these insectivorous plants eat insects? They eat the insects to fulfill their nutrition. Fine. Complex nitrogenous matter is there, simple form ammonia. So for this purpose, to fulfill their nutrition, insectivorous plants eat insects. Now here they have shown you like Venus flytrap mechanism also we have discussed, picture plant mechanism also we have discussed. So both of these are given here, you can see. So let's have a quick recap whatever we have discussed. So today we have discussed in our topic is heterotrophic nutrition. 4 types of nutrition are there: parasitic nutrition, saprophytes, and insectivorous plants are there, symbiotic plants are there. Fine. So the examples are also given. Parasitic example is Chinkita, and saprophytes coral roof, or either you can take mushrooms also. Insectivorous plants, picture plant is there, that's the best example. Venus flytrap is there, and symbiotic lichens are there. So thank you dear students, I hope you might have enjoyed and you might have learned. Thank you.